Nigeria. A land rich in history, culture, and resilience. But in October 2020, the nation's youth rose in unified protest, not against foreign rule, but against a homegrown threat, a police unit known as SARS. The Special Anti-Robbery Squad, or SARS, was created in 1992. Its original purpose was to combat violent crimes like robbery, kidnapping, and car theft. But over the years, it evolved into something far more sinister. Instead of protecting citizens, many SARS operatives were accused of doing the opposite, harassing, extorting, torturing, and even killing innocent Nigerians, especially the youth. For years, Nigerians cried out against SARS abuses. Videos and testimonies surfaced, young men profiled for their appearance, arrested without cause, or beaten for simply owning a smartphone or laptop. But it was one particular video in early October 2020 that lit the match. The footage showed a man allegedly being shot by SARS officers. The incident went viral. And the hashtag that followed, #End SARS, became a movement. From Lagos to Abuja, from Port Harcourt to Benin, the streets filled with voices chanting a single demand: End SARS. It was decentralized. It was leaderless. And it was powered by the internet. Twitter, Instagram, and WhatsApp became tools of protest. Celebrities, activists, and ordinary citizens joined hands in solidarity. The world began to watch. As the protests grew, so did the demands. Protesters released a list of 5 clear asks, including immediate release of all arrested protesters, justice for all deceased victims of police brutality, independent bodies to oversee investigations, psychological evaluation of disbanded SARS officers, and increased salaries for the police to reduce corruption. These were not just angry voices, they were organized, peaceful, and determined. Under pressure, the Nigerian government announced the disbandment of SARS. But many saw it as a cosmetic change. SARS had been disbanded before, yet continued to operate under different names. The protests didn't stop. But then, came October 20th. On the evening of October 20th, protesters gathered peacefully at the Lekki Toll Gate in Lagos. They sang the national anthem. They held flags. They demanded justice. Then, the lights went out. CCTV cameras were reportedly removed. And the shooting began. Eyewitnesses and live streams captured what would become the darkest moment of the protest: armed forces allegedly opening fire on unarmed citizens. The government denied responsibility. But the images had already gone global. The Lekki massacre marked a turning point. The protests faded, but the anger did not. Judicial panels were set up across states to investigate police brutality. Dozens of victims testified. Some received compensation. Others still wait for justice. International voices, from the United Nations to celebrities, spoke out. But within Nigeria, many protesters faced arrests, frozen bank accounts, and intimidation. End SARS was more than a protest. It was a statement by a generation. A generation that refused to be silent. That stood for justice. That used their voices, phones, and courage to demand a better Nigeria. Though SARS is gone, the fight for accountability continues. And history will remember, when the youth rose, the world listened. This is the story of End SARS. Not just a moment, but a movement. Not just history, but a call to never forget. If you found this story powerful, subscribe to Nigeria Through Time for more untold stories that shaped our nation.